Hello, welcome back to the channel. Now I've just finished painting this. It took me all of 20 minutes to paint, so it turned out quite well. So watch me paint it here and talk my usual random nonsense. Thank you for coming along, and without further ado, let's do some painting. Hello, welcome to my latest video. Hope you're keeping well and all that jazz. I am on call with work. I do work, believe it or not. So if I do disappear and my phone's got off and all the rest of it, I do apologise. But if that happens, I will come back to the painting. So anyway, I'm going to be painting on this stretch canvas. It is 16 by 20 inches looking at it. I'm sure it is. I'll just double check just to make sure so I'm not misleading anyone. Yeah, 20 by 16, and we'll see what happens. I'll put a layer of acrylic paint on because I ran out of gesso. Went out to get some, couldn't find any, so I'll just put white acrylic paint on and we'll see what happens. I'm going to get my palette cam turned on and I will see you in just a second. Right then, palette cam is on. It's all a bit of a mess. Oh god, got some paint on the end of my brush. Bit of a mess from yesterday. I don't like wasting paint, so I've kept it as it is. But I'll just pretty much go through what I've got. I've got some primary yellow, got sort of green colour, I've got Indian yellow, I've got raw umber, sort of grey colour, and ultramarine blue and some white. Now I need a bit more green, so I'm just going to grab some of this Indian yellow with a bit of raw umber. Just make a nice muddy greeny colour, perhaps a bit more Indian yellow in there. It's more like rather than a green, it's sort of brown colour, but never mind. It'll do. And just give me brush a quick wipe. I'll also mix a bit more of that grey, just raw umber and a bit of ultramarine blue. Make a nice grey colour, hopefully anyway. So there we go. Bit more ultramarine blue perhaps. And that will do quite nicely. Just give me brush a wipe as I go. I'm just going to grab some titanium white just to put on there, just give it a nice lighter tone. And do the same for this green just here. There we go. And we'll see what we can do. Brush a wipe again. Now, what I do need, I'm going to get a bit of Zest It on, bit of non-toxic paint thinner, which is really handy if you don't like toxic stuff. I certainly don't, because I've got dogs and I'm in a studio underground, so it hasn't got the best ventilation in the world. So I go for non-toxic Zest It, which is quite handy. And we'll get going. So I'll get my main camera turned back on and I will see you in just a second. Right then, let's get this party started. I'm going to give myself a half an hour time limit. So I'm going to keep my eye on the time and try and paint as fast as I possibly can. I'll be quite strict with that, so we'll get to the 30-minute point, I'll stop. Hopefully I can do it in 20 minutes, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to grab just a bit of primary yellow with some Zest It, just plonk that there, go nice and fast, and then just give me a brush of wipe as I go. Get some of this dark grey colour just go there. A bit more paint thinner. See what happens, a bit more grey. And perhaps a bit of this green as well. You're keeping well. Yesterday I was nattering about, what was I nattering about? King's coronation, which was interesting to watch. Not the biggest royalist in the world, but you know, I like it, and I like all the pomp and everything else that comes with it. It's nice to see. Never really met any royalty. I saw Princess Alexandra, or Alexandria, whatever her name is, just from a distance. And I saw King Hussein of Jordan a few times, well, I'd say twice, again from a distance. It's not because I was in Jordan, it was not far from where I grew up, in Derbyshire. King Hussein of Jordan, who's since died, and I think his son has the throne now, but he had a stables with racehorses and things, because he was a big fan of horses, and yeah, a couple of times he visited. I have met Duke of Devonshire loads of times. And one time, it was quite funny, I was at Chatsworth Country Fair in Derbyshire, in the Peak District, middle of England. And yeah, the Duke of Devonshire was there most of the weekend, because he hosts the country fair at Chatsworth. It's a really big event actually. But I was there fundraising with Mountain Rescue, and I had this hat, this red hat, and the setup was there were these, you know, big marquees everywhere and tents and bloody God knows what else, and we had our setup. And between each setup, each pitch, there's guy ropes, you know, crisscrossing. You've got to try and negotiate all these bloody ropes and things. And all weekend, you know, for the 3 days I was there, my hat kept getting knocked off by one of these guy ropes, and it was really starting to get my goat up. This was, and to the point, you know, I'd be swearing, you know. And what the Duke of Devonshire would do, there'd be a number of other dignitaries. There'd be him, his wife, other celebrities from Britain. You know, people like Mary Berry, Alan Titchmarsh were there, and loads of other dignitaries. And he'd be going round with all these dignitaries following him, you know. But this bloody guy rope kept knocking me hat off, and I was getting really bogged off with it. You know, after 3 days of that. And I think it was on me, you know, it was on a Saturday or even on the Sunday. This guy rope knocked me hat off, and I went, oh, for fuck's sake. And I went to pick my hat up, and there was a row of feet next to my hat, and I picked my hat up, looked up, and it was the bloody Duke of Devonshire, Duchess of Devonshire, Mary Berry, the Earl of whatever, Alan Titchmarsh, and loads of other dignitaries. And bear in mind, I was in all my mountain rescue stuff, and you know they were all looking at me. I went, "I do beg your pardon, Your Grace." Sort of bowed and put my hat on and disappeared. Embarrassing. They just had their mouths open, you know. Anyway, I just plonk some ultramarine blue with a bit of white in as well, just on the sky. Looks a bit of a mess, but I'm not putting much paint on, so the danger is it'll get too muddy. So I'm just putting a thin layer on for now. Let's have a look, we're 6 minutes in or so. Bit more thinner. I'll do for now. Right, just give my brush a quick wipe. Need some more titanium white out of my tube actually. I will do that now. Which I'm sure makes very interesting viewing. A bit more titanium white. Let's swap brushes as well. That's better. I feel a bit more at home with this brush. Right, throw a bit more of that grey down here, just darken things off a bit. A bit more green as well. Hopefully, I can do it within the time limit. Can't really see what I'm doing so well. So I've got a big lamp down here pointing at my face. And also it's quite a sunny day, so the door to my studio, it's all, the sun's glaring through it, so I can't really see what I'm doing. But never mind, carry on going. I might just grab a bit of ultramarine blue, just put distant hill on or something, or the illusion of a distant hill. It will start to make sense soon, I hope. A bit more yellow as well. Working very fast. Titanium white again. And a bit more blue up here. Use my fingers as well. I like to use my fingers for the sky. What time are we on? 10 minutes in. We're getting there slowly but surely. little bit more paint thinner as well. Got a bit of green in the sky by accident, that doesn't matter. You get all sorts of colours in the sky. That puts a bit of grey up here and all. Canvas is wobbling a bit as I'm working so fast. Just smooth things over with my hand. Create some nice interesting forms in the sky. Been to the ink gallery for my regular coffee, which was very nice. It's lovely coffee. I'll put the link in the description for the ink gallery. In Colwyn Bay, North Wales. Definitely worth a visit if you're ever over this way. I know if you're watching from Singapore or something like that, it's not quite as simple as just bobbing over to Colwyn Bay, but have a look on their website. Really putting Colwyn Bay, North Wales on the map. Right, quick wipe. It's getting there quite nicely. Bit more of that yellow just in the distance. It's not looking bad at all. I'm quite pleased. Let's have a look. Bit more greeny grey. Just again dark enough down here a bit. It just draws the eye in. Nice and fast. Not bad. Again, a bit more grey. Get this foreground nice and dark if I can. Makes it a bit more interesting. And we're nearly there, about 14 minutes in. I think we've done good. You know, I used to say that I haven't got time to paint, but you know, you do it this way, you don't have to have bags of time. It doesn't take long. You know, you've got a busy lifestyle. Just scratches that little itch, just painting little and often. Nice long handled brush, just keeps it nice and loose. If I can do it, anyone can. Right, let's have a look. Just get a bit more ultramarine below. Just a distant hill or something just there. Or the illusion of a distant hill. We're getting there, we're very nearly done. There's a little bit more titanium white in that sky. And we're done, nearly. So what we're on? 15 minutes. We've done good. Yeah, painting fast like this, sort of alla prima. You know, the danger is it gets muddy, but you know, you start off with just a little bit of paint, you don't need much. You just build up the layers. So early on in the painting, you know, I use my thinner, and then, you know, the second layer, if you like, I don't use the thinner. It kind of seems to work with stopping the picture becoming too muddy. It's hard to explain. I think the only way is by actually doing it, and you'll find out what I mean. I think we're there. Not overworking the painting, as an artist advised me a few months ago. Don't overwork it. It's had a tendency to overwork things. Just put a little something there, little, I don't know what it is, a little blob or two. Distant things, walls or whatever. Oh, I've got paint on my spare phone. That's not good. I'll have to come off. I think we're just about there, you know. Not going to over egg the pudding. Well, let's put another bit of that yellow in the distance. Right, I'm going to use my time wisely. I was going to stop then, but I've got 17 minutes. I've got a bit of time just to play. Just get some green again, put something there. And over there. A little bit more darkness down here. I think giving myself a time limit sort of prevents my painting from becoming too muddy. So I have a tendency to overwork stuff. Not looking bad at all. I'm quite pleased. Right, we'll call it 20 minutes, I think, and we're at 19 minutes and 20 seconds. And I think we are there. Let's put a little something again just there, maybe. There we go. So I hope you like. Let me know in the comments. Be honest. I really do appreciate it. So there we go. I think we are done. So 19 minutes and 50 seconds, we have a painting. It'll do nicely. I've enjoyed it. It's very quick. And thank you so much for watching. It does mean a lot. Don't forget, I am on Facebook, Instagram and johnkidd.co.uk. Just put John Kidd Artist into Google and I show up. So short and sweet, nice and fast, which I really enjoy. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.